So this guy's name is Ragin Rob. And he's got an upright video, and he's in his car, and he's got sunglasses on. And he lives in Michigan, my home state. He's mad about the election results. If you don't know about the election results, Big Gretchen Whitmer slapped this shit, okay? I'm not a Democrat. I'm a lefty. But I do like when Republicans get sad, and Big Gretch makes Republicans really sad. During COVID, Gretchen Whitmer ran it really well here, in my opinion. I was, for a brief point of time, and actually an essential worker for a minute in there. I very unluckily decided to get a second job just on Sundays, just one day a week, just to get health care from the post office. And I started, my first day was February, right before COVID started. The next month, COVID started, everyone got parcels, and the job became crazy hard. Your postal workers busted their ass. I quit that shit. I was like, I can't work every day. This is not my job. I'm losing money to work at the post office because they don't pay for shit. They need to pay their workers better. And like, yeah. Well, I fucked up my back too, but I had to work all the time all of a sudden. It was really bad. It was a shitty time. But anyway, even with that, the COVID stuff, we went on vacation during COVID, and we socially distanced and had masks and stuff on. I think Gretchen Whitmer did a fantastic job, and she wasn't my first choice. I didn't vote for her in the primary, but I did vote for her later, and I voted for her this time just recently, the other day. Vote gang. And voted for Gretchen Whitmer. So the Dems won in Michigan. This is huge. Michigan's been traditionally a purple state, as you probably know. But if you don't, it's my home state. Very union, blue collar, but always a little purple, and oftentimes it was because of racism. But we're a very diverse state, although, and we're also one of the most populous, and we have the most coastline, I think, of any state. Because we have the Upper Peninsula, everyone forgets about that. But Gretchen Whitmer won the governor's office. They won both Senates and House races. And they also won at the state level every race. Every level of government in Michigan at the state level is Democrat. Just nuts. They're crushing it right now. And we have some more progressive people, like Rashida Tlaib comes from here. So we have a more progressive movement in Michigan. I think there's good things to come from the state.
It has the juice?
Also, I don't know if it's copium, but here's Shaka God. I'm not watching Shaka God. God, you're trying to make Shaka God a thing. I don't think it's going to happen. I appreciate you, though. Michigan election 2022 results. Are you going to do something or nothing? Let's hear this. I hope he has a big, thick Michigan accent. Please. Come on, Ragin' Rob.
So what are you guys going to do? Have you guys learned anything from 2 years ago or what?
No, he just has like a C-ring voice. Damn, this guy's fucking cool, though. Holy shit. You see these shades? Sheesh. Damn, dude. Are those polarized, bro? Doing layers. Got the fleece. He's got his LA Works hair gel. You guys remember LA Works? No, not videos, bro. Images. LA Works hair gel. Is that what it's called? Maybe it was something else. Wait. Maybe it wasn't LA Works. Hair gel? What was it called? No, LA Looks. LA Looks. This shit. Although it wasn't in these wavy bottles when I was a kid. You had to be cool and do your hair. This is it right here. Hair gel. This is the white kid look. I had so many friends with this fucking haircut. Anyway, so you do it like this now. Pretty rad. Pretty cool. LA Looks. Sorry, dude. I wasn't very cool, I guess. But now I have pomade because I'm dapper.
Now we're November 9th, Wednesday. I was up till about 2:30 in the morning watching the election. I'm not going to push what the mainstream media calls fraud election claims on here because I'm not going to get my fucking channel striked again.
Striked.
But I will say this.
Dude, this guy, living in Michigan, I know like a lot of these dudes. He has Michigan physiognomy. This is normal stuff. This guy's got a Faygo in the cup holder. Actually, it's probably a Dunkin', or not a Dunkin' Donuts, a Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons cup. McDonald's bag is over here. This guy probably wears lots of hoodies.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe what the mainstream media says.
Yeah, that's right. Wonder if I can recognize where he's from. No, that looks like everywhere
Because
here.
I got the real results.
The real ones?
Okay. And this is coming from the county tabulators. This is not coming from the fake news.
The tabulators. That's right. Chat, sometimes... I saw a tweet today that said the first rule about Dunning-Kruger club is that you don't know you're in Dunning-Kruger club. It rings true.
This is coming from the county tabulators.
Oh, fuck, he did it twice.
Dixon, DePerno, Caramo, 1. Proposal 3 failed. The first 2 passed. Proposal 3 failed. And yes...
What do you think his ballot looked like?
John Gibbs did lose. Justly. Flips the red state to blue.
Serious question. Have you ever tabulated? Only with consent. I don't think that if you tabulate, that should be something you spring on your partner. Although prior consent for tabulation is absolutely is totally fine. That's just between you guys. You know, you just gotta talk that out.
Red seat to blue. Tom Barrett, I think he lost by like 30,000 or whatever. That's according to the tabulator. I'm not going by the fake news. I'm going by the tabulators from the counties.
Tabulators.
Which are putting the tabulator numbers out. And as of this morning,
He's so funny.
Dixon had 1.1 million something, and Gretchen was like just trailing over 900,000. But you're going to listen to the fake news. It says, oh, Gretchen had 2.1 million votes. You do realize that Christina Caramo was ahead in every county. Every fucking county except one.
Macomb?
Wayne.
Fuck. I'm looking at the Michigan results here. Okay. Show more. Looks like you guys won some places. But those were expected. Debbie Dingle, let's go. Rashida Tlaib, fucking 70% of the vote. Look at this. Where the Dems won, they fucking smashed in a lot of these. This was a close one, though. I don't think Slotkin was supposed to win. I think this is a flip, actually. John James sucks. John James big sucks. Anyway, looks like they lost. Looks like they lost, dude. Yeah, bro. Lost by a lot, man. Just an incredible amount. This is 54%. Was that 11 points, bro? That is not a good... I don't know how you can be in denial about this shit. This guy's just a wacky guy. Wow. I wonder how many friends he has. Just think he hangs out with anybody? What his day's like?
And she was ahead by 150,000.
And then she wasn't.
Well, the mainstream media says this. I said, stop listening to the mainstream media. My numbers are coming from the tabulators from the county, not the fake news. To all you libtards out there, well, you just can't accept the you just can't accept the results. I just told you the fucking results.
This guy's pretty fucking mad. That's fucking funny. Now this is cope. Oh, fuck. I didn't know. Look. I didn't know it was supposed to be like this. Man, this is shit. I should have got fancy for this. This is like right from the source, like free range cope. This is farm to table cope, brought to you by Michigan.
Fucking listen! County tabulators, not the fake news. But you're gonna sit there, well, Fox News said this, and CNN said this. I'm a little wired up this morning.
Wired up. It's not a saying.
I'm not gonna push election lies.
What?
Because according to the tabulator, John Gibbs lost, Tom Barrett lost.
He's talking about Michigan County tabulators. Who's that? Vote tabulators? You refer to the Michigan State tabulator breaches from Bridge, Michigan? So he's talking about the machines? Thought he was talking about people. Oh, this is just QAnon election denial stuff. That's it? The tabulators. That's what it is. Tabulators? My bad.
Because in those districts, you got too many stupid fucking libtards. And in my district, Sam Singh, that commie bastard, won.
Sam Singh? Sam Singh. Let's see. Well, we don't have a lot of information. Democratic politician from Michigan who serves as Michigan House of Representatives, formerly served as a member of East Lansing City Council, and was one of the state's youngest city council members when he joined at 24. Additionally, he served as mayor of the city for one term, was the first person of color to hold that position. He is the past president of Michigan Nonprofit Association. In 2016, Singh was selected by his House Democrat colleagues to serve as minority leader from 2017 to 18. Wow. Preceded by Mark Meadows. Cool. Wow. Wow. Ballotpedia, bro. That's what we should have done. Sponsored legislation. Well, I don't want to parse all this shit. Let's just skim. Health patient directives. Court reorganization. Vehicles. Criminal procedure. Property. So, are we against actions replace refusal to participate based? So, not allowing people to abstain from child care. This is good stuff. Criminal procedure. So he seems like a decent guy. I don't know about commie shit. You may find this very interesting. Oh, we'll watch that in a little bit.
Because redistricting took a part of, East Lansing and the state senate in my district, 28.
Like Yelly.
Oh, so what do? Do we sit by and just watch the shitstorm happen? Because you know it's coming.
Wow, okay.
Have you fuckers learned anything from 2020 or not? We warned you people this is going to happen. How the fuck? Besides the fact that a dementia patient in the White House has the nuclear codes, that's pretty fucking bad. When somebody who can't remember where the fuck he's at the next minute has the codes to the nuclear weapons. That's pretty fucking bad.
I think it's interesting that he likes Trump
Besides
having
that,
them.
you have a alleged stroke victim, which
This
I'm
is
not making
big
fun of
time
stroke
mold.
victims.
It'd be so funny if this video ended in a car accident. Like he just fucking 15 miles an hour into a ditch because he's not paying attention.
Stroke runs in my family. I got a cousin who died at 38
Wow.
in 2012 from a stroke.
We have a joke about strokes.
I'm not going to put my family business out there, but I got a couple of relatives that had strokes. It's a serious thing. It's not something to make fun of. Well, who here believes that John Fetterman had a stroke? What? Do you believe it? I don't. Besides the fact that he might have had a stroke.
Wait, what?
He's a stuttering jackass who can't even pronounce. He can't even get through a fucking sentence.
Bro, see, I told you we hit the Dunning-Kruger shit. The first rule of the Dunning-Kruger Club is you can't know you're in it. He definitely had a stroke, by the way. Fetterman did. Which, by the way, I thought he did kind of bad in the debate, right? Isn't that kind of the general consensus? Yeah. He's this is levels of cope I didn't really know that you would willingly put on the internet and subject yourself to the people's responses of it. But I'm pretty happy. Do you think he'd be mad to know that I did this?
That a first grader can get through.
Is formatted to kill half his time?
Got
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
elected to Senate. I don't believe it.
He just doesn't believe it. That's it. That's the end of it.
It could be worse. I mean, Michigan Supreme Court
Uh-huh.
elected a blind man to the Supreme Court.
Oh, well, if you're blind.
I got nothing against blind people.
What? I don't understand. Wait. How does being blind harm you from interpreting law? Excuse me? What? What does he think law is? Is he supposed to look into somebody's eyes and suss it? I don't. I love that he can't figure out his fucking camera situation.
But how are they going to read the bill when they get a bill on their desk? We're talking a 365-page bill, whatever bill, 81-page bill, whatever. Are they going to... What's that code that the blind people use?
What?
Not algebra. What the hell is it called? I don't know. LG something, whatever. I can't even
Braille?
think of the name of it.
The blindies are the dummies, okay, chat? You're blind. You can't think of stuff, okay? This guy, though, this guy's got the good think, okay? He do a think. And you know how, yeah, blind people do too much algebra. I don't trust anybody that knows math easily, okay? They're witches.
There's a certain thing where blind people use to read. They use that, they fill with their hands a certain code. I can't think of it. Are you going to have 81 page that? No, I got nothing against blind people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discriminating.
What? I'm not discriminating while literally saying that they're incapable of being functioning human beings.
Okay. But let's be frank here.
Let's be frank.
You wouldn't hire an Amish person to be a waitress at Hooters, would you?
Is that I-75, friend?
Would you?
I wouldn't hire who to what? Sorry, I was trying to focus on where he's at.
You wouldn't hire an Amish person
To work at Hooters?
to be a waitress at Hooters.
Why
would you?
not? What do you mean? Of course I would. Why not? If they had jugs, of course, because that's what the Hooters is for, is the jugs. Although honestly, I'm gonna be real, 100% real. I don't understand dude's fascination with the bahongas. I love a booby, but I love them of all sizes. I think I'm just straighter than these fucking guys. I think that's really what it is. I'm just virile. Or maybe I'm just a slut. Literally, no matter what you got going on, it's probably a good thing. All boob good. So yes, I would hire. The point is, I'm woke about boobs, and I would hire an Amish person at my Hooters.
Have a fantastic day.
If I owned a Hooters, I actually get really uncomfortable in Hooters. I don't like any of it. Minerva Nix, thanks so much for the Prime. It's like, and you want to know why? It's not the waitresses, it's the dudes that are there also. Thighs, though? I mean, everyone has thighs. I think thighs are great. Yeah, I agree. But I don't think there's like debate about like if big thighs are good or little thighs are good. Everybody likes thighs, right? And if they don't, they're fools. Sorry if you don't have thighs. I've been to Hooters. It's not interesting, and the food is pretty bad unless you really want to eat some butthole. Not in the fun way. Like if you want to eat like poop food. Yeah, like there's no way you go to Hooters and your butt isn't annihilated by it. It's just everything's fried. It's crazy shit, man. Butts are based. Chat, I like all the body parts. I like every body part. Okay? Don't try to make me take sides. Openly copies of porn mags on their coffee tables. Porn mag on the coffee table guy. Damn. Now that is a particular vibe from the 90s that I do not miss. Jake is a feet guy confirmed. Jake is confirmed to like feet. I'm neutral. I'm foot neutral. But I'm not neutral about everything, but I'm about every single piece of the body. I don't want a foot job though. The appendix? I'd fucking appendix. What that appendussy do? Thumbs? Love a thumb. What do you mean? Hello? Why are you guys making me talk about sex? You guys are being horny tonight. It's not even me. You guys are asking me to list body parts and if I like them. The answer is yes. What about thumbs not attached to the body? We're getting okay. Now we're in different. That's in a different realm. No.
Would you?
Would I what? Are we talking about body parts, dude? Let's pretend he's part of the conversation. No. Go on, please. Hot take alert, women. Hey, hot take alert. Anybody in the femme spectrum, we're in good hands. So you're a person of culture.
Okay. There you go.
I'll take
and the other person that got elected.
As a dom, I found that confidence isn't really. I would say this: conviction, not confidence. Confidence is sometimes not necessary. Conviction, though, someone who is an ethical individual is definitely a turn on.
Elected to the Michigan Supreme Court is an anti-gunner. So there goes our gun rights in Michigan.
We're gonna lose our gun rights in Michigan? Dog, nobody wants to lose guns in Michigan. I don't know where this comes from. We just don't want kids in schools getting shot. So we got to make sure dudes like this guy probably don't have guns because he's a psycho. Like, we don't need this guy with a fucking gun.
There's still options. As crazy as it sounds, there's still options. In the blue states, the counties can declare their sovereignty and say, fuck the state. And the red states can declare their sovereignty and say, fuck the federal government. That's our option. Oklahoma's already done it. Declared their sovereignty and said, fuck you to the federal government.
Yeah, Oklahoma's a sovereign state. You heard about it. They seceded, chat. Oklahoma is no longer... We have 49 states. 49 of them. Let's go, Oklahoma.
And it's actually in the Constitution to do so. Our founding fathers were a lot smart.
A lot smart or smarter? Did you just say a lot smart?
Constitution to do so. Our founding fathers were a lot smart.
Nope, just smart.
They might have been drinkers and adulterers.
What?
And Freemasons.
What?
But they were smart. Our founding fathers basically had a crystal ball and knew what was coming. And they wrote the Constitution according to what was coming. They
didn't know what was coming, bro. They had no idea you would be this ludicrous. Are you kidding me? They had no way to account for whatever the fuck you are. No way. And to have the access to the information that you do and to speak the way you do. Hell no. What do you think they saw? I had a crystal ball. Can you imagine Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and Madison? They're all hanging out. And Ben Franklin's like, oh, hey, boys, you want to check out the crystal ball? And he undoes a crystal ball. And you just see it, and it's glowing. And it's, I don't know what their crystal ball looks like. Probably some sort of massive, opulent pearl that they stole from some brown folks. And its magics allow them to see the future. And then Ben Franklin's like, guys, you'll never believe what I saw in the future. And he goes, and he says the magic words that he learned in the lands of the people he colonized. And he says it and goes, and it'll smoke. And their eyes, they zoom in on it. And then in the crystal ball, and they see you self-administering yourself with estrogen and putting on your fursuit and going outside so that you can go to the train convention, and you slide gleefully down the sidewalk in your Heelys, and your autistic boyfriend grabs your hand and you play Pokemon Go along the way, and he goes, boys, this is the American dream. And the other two slapped the ball out and they're like, no, capitalism, definitely not that. And then that's why we're on this. That's why we're here. As you can see, we're not far off from that universe, but it is a worse one.
They knew it. Okay, the Constitution was written for days like this, in case this happened. And it did happen. Now what are you going to do?
Dress like this
You
to
know,
survive
you know
capitalism.
The most dangerous person out there? I'll tell you who the most dangerous person out there is.
Me.
A man who's got nothing to lose.
He's got nothing to lose.
I'm
John
single.
Wick.
I
I'm
just
single.
turned 40.
This man just turned 40? I'm going to be honest. That is surprising and depressing. He looks like a boy with he looks like he's younger than me. At least I thought. But I guess it's this. You can't see his tired eyes. But he's so cherub-like. He's got this little this poonch, and he's got like a little, he seems very insecure. He's got a boyish way about him. He doesn't seem to have the confidence of a grown man with a family. But he's 40. He's obvious. I mean, you knew he was single though. He does look young though. At 40. Anyway, so this is a disaffected Republican.
I got no mortgage.
He's got no mortgage.
I got no kids.
Damn. Oh, don't, hey, look. That's valid. That's valid. Hey. Me either.
I got very little debt.
Me too.
And I go out and make my money. And I polish my guns off and I go target practicing once in a while.
Cool, dude. I don't care. That's fine. Sounds fine. You gonna shoot some folks? Why do they always film themselves being like, hey, by the way, I'm a radical guy?
Give me a strike on my channel. I don't care. Tudor Dixon won this election.
Oh, boy. Tudor Dixon lost by 11 points in Michigan.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I got nothing against. I got a lot of Patriot friends that are down at Brandenburg supporters. Okay, fine. That's cool. You support Donna Brandenburg. I can't stand her, but if you want to, I'm not gonna tell you how to vote. That's your right. And then you had that libertarian candidate. I can't even think of her fucking name. I don't know nothing about her. Mary. Whatever the hell. Mary had a little lamb. I don't know what the fuck her name is. Libertarian candidate. Mary something. I don't even know her damn name. Mary.
The way it just keeps. The damn phone keeps scooting on him.
Whatever. I don't even know what. I knew nothing about her. I did some research on her. I couldn't find anything about her.
He's so distressed.
She was ahead of Donna Brandenburg. She was actually third in place. So before YouTube decides to strike my video, I will say this.
Oh.
Okay? I'm not pushing false claims because I got my numbers from the fucking tabulators.
The tabulators.
Not the fake news.
It's getting real spitty in there. He keeps spritzing the airs.
So you can believe what the fuck you want.
Look at it. You can see it all the time. It's a lot of spittle, dude. The tabulators, bro.
Now you gonna sit there on your jackass and do nothing?
Your
Or
jackass.
are you gonna do something?
I've never heard anyone say, "Are you gonna sit there on your jackass?" Smart.
It's up to you.
There's some good alien foleying in the back right channel. If you listen really closely, listen. Anyone who's got the back right channel, listen. There's some good like alien foleying somewhere back there, like.
It's up to you.
Hear that? It's only for your headphoners.
Let's see who the real patriots are.
Okay, me. I'm the real patriot. It's me.
See who the real patriots are.
Fuck, I can't read that. God, there's just no way. I can't know. I can't see at all what that sign says. Could be Big Beaver Road. Tabulators. Why would I point out the alien noises? Because I've been hearing it the whole time.
Just keep one thing in mind. Keep one thing in mind.
Uh-huh.
While you sit there and do nothing.
Okay.
Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming.
Oh fuck, you just sideswiped me with the religion shit. I didn't know. Okay. All right, I didn't know we were doing that too. God's not real. Take that.
That's for sure. That's 100%.
100%. Yeah, bet.
There is no lies in that. Jesus is coming.
Liar.
And God is watching.
He's not. He's left us long
So
ago.
you go. You stand right before God.
You don't. That's the worst part. It's scarier than that. We're sitting on an orb in the middle of nowhere with a thin layer of gas that keeps our meat Gundams alive. And we're trapped in them. Just bundles of nerves trapped inside a meat Gundam. All looking at your meat Gundam making this video.
That's all I'm gonna say. And he's gonna ask he's gonna ask you, what did you do? Oh, I know what you did. I know what you did.
Uh-huh. Cool.
That's it.
All right.
I'm out.
Yeah, okay. This guy's unhinged. Unhinged, this man.
It has to do.
This is Ragin' Rob. He's been raging. He's big raging. Oh, fuck. He's got more? Michigan is setting to be the next California. Let's go! I'm not going to watch this whole thing. I just want to see this guy's fucking room and his intro to his videos. This is just a little bonus. We're not going to do this whole thing. We're going to do like 3 minutes of this. Dircher, thanks so much for the 100 biddies. Look at it. Let me look. I'll look at it.
You've come. I mean, I knew you would come, but you've come.
I have come.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it is. That's true. I hope I don't think this guy doesn't look like familiar to me, does he? Okay, he still doesn't look 40. What the fuck?
%. We are not domestic terrorists. We are not white supremacists. Okay. 3%.
Fuck. I didn't fucking know, dude. Look. I was unaware that he was a 3%. I didn't know he was a LARPer like that. I mean, you know, and then he sideswiped me with the religion. He's got the cross up here, and he's got a little American flag. Is that like an American flag? Like, is that like a moon wolf thing? Is there some dinosaurs or some shit? It's like a brontosaurus or something. You can't even see this. This is in 360p. Is this his bedroom? Yeah, this is just his bedroom somewhere. Oh fuck, man. This is bleak shit. This guy lives his life every day and goes, "Yep, my situation needs more of this situation. More capitalism, please. Please, more religion. It's all working so well. More of it." God, it's so weird. He's collecting all the bigotry gym badges. That's fucking true. This one allows you to not lose control of your is there? I don't know any Pokemon actually. This meme broke down. I mean, I know the original 151 because I'm old, but that's it. And those are the only ones I respect. Also,
Are the protectors of this nation?
He's protecting me.
And
Do you
I'm
feel
proud to
protected
say
by this
that.
guy? He looks a little bit like Graham.
So what's the plan, Michigan? Devastating news in the state of Michigan.
Devastating. Oh, fucking that makes me feel good as shit. Oh, to know that they are in their own spaces collectively devastated. Oh, fuck. Jeez. Wow. That made it made me quiver a little bit. That's fucking nice. That's like that's like dirty talk. That's like good dirty talk to me. Yeah. That did stuff to me. You're fucking devastated? Oh my God. Oh God. Yes. Please.
On a federal level, it looks like we're going to take back the House and the Senate. You get that runoff in Georgia that's happening with Ralph Warnock and
Ralph Warnock.
Hershey Walker.
Hershey Walker. This guy voted. Nuts. This is nuts stuff. 3%ers are a right-wing organization. Here, I'll 3%er. We'll give it from the ADL. From the ADL, we'll see what their key points are. 3%ers are part of a militia movement which supports the idea of a small number of dedicated patriots protecting Americans from government tyranny, just as the patriots of the American Revolution protected early Americans from British tyranny. From British tyranny, chat. The 3%er concept, created in 2008, is based on an inaccurate historical claim that only 3% of Americans fought in a revolutionary war against the British. I think it's so cute that even like the fundamental, just the name, just like the branding is based on misinformation. This kind of thing ought to distress me, but I just think they're so fucking funny. They're pathetic. These dudes have the driest dicks there ever were. 3 percenters may join or form traditional militia groups, but often form non-paramilitary groups or online networks. Many are not associated with any particular groups. They're just fellas. The 3 percenter concept both contributed to and benefited from the resurgence of the militia movement that began in 2008. Because many adherents to the militia movement strongly support President Trump in recent years, 3 percenters have not been as active as in opposing the this is funny. 3 percenters have not been as active in opposing the federal government, directing their ire at other protective forces, including leftists, Antifa, Muslims, and immigrants. Fucking patriots, if you ask me. Just some patriots. 3 percenters have been active in the 2019-2020 in reaction to a range of issues, including attempts to pass state-level gun control measures, state-imposed restrictions and lockdowns to prevent spread of coronavirus, and the protests that may have taken place that have taken place around the country over George Floyd. 3 percenters have a track record of criminal activity, ranging from weapons violations to terrorist plots and attacks. Were these the exact ones that tried to get Big Gretch? Were these the Gretchers? Opposing the left. Anyway, leftists don't want gun control. We're fine if you have guns, bro. It's about arming the fucking police. That I think really it comes down to we're not gonna watch any more of that fucking loser. But he is a loser, and he's funny to watch. Ragin Rob, everybody, what a guy. I think I maybe there's a way to make it not. I don't know. I just feel like there's got to be a way culturally. I don't really care about elections or anything like that because that'll either take care of itself or it won't. Really, but what really needs to happen is like a cultural understanding of like the core concepts of just like what leftism even is, and it's just normal people stuff. It's just community. It's just safety. It's just making sure everybody has what they need and just basic wellness stuff. You don't even really have to get into theory to really talk to people about this shit. And I don't know why we have such a fucking branding issue. Like within the community, I know we do. Like because fascists and shit like to, propaganda. But like, I mean, internally, the language we use to describe stuff to normies is definitely getting better over the years. But I don't know. I just think like there's so much value in like. We just saw it. That's just some guy. He's not a bright fella. By circumstances likely out of his control. I can't imagine he came from the most forward-thinking family. And has a lot of support. And he certainly struggles with capitalism. So, like, there's some class solidarity there, too, even though he's a shitter. But, like, I mean, fuck that guy. I don't give a fuck about it. But, like, there's explanations to why these people even come up, and it's a feedback loop.
I hope you have a
to making them understand that the patriotic thing to do, because they just love that shit, is to like be kind to just be kind to people. That's it. That's literally the only thing that we even would have to run on, or really just culturally put out there. Is just like the point is that. We just need everybody to be okay, but like it's so hard to get that done because to be okay is fucking paywalled. Citosaurus, thanks so much for going to Diamond. The left is the people I don't like and I'm told not to like. Yeah, I mean I grew up in a conservative household, but I mean I was not conservative. I would say I was a liberal at my most far right. Like, I never agreed with my dad overall, who was, I mean, he was, I told this story before. He said that George W. Bush should have been king of America in, like, during the first Obama years. Be a content. The left, probably. That's right. I mean, it really is that, though, right? It's like fundamentally, I don't want people telling me what, the anarchy part, the no unjust hierarchy part. Like, I don't want people telling me to do shit or to live a certain way, and I think everybody else agrees with that. Live the fucking way you want. As long as you're not violating consent of anybody or doing otherwise unethical things, whatever we agree on is ethical. And I think it's pretty easy stuff. We don't have, like, very many, should we do that? In a world without capitalism, right? So, like, it's just, it just doesn't seem like the language is there for, we got to be able to tell dum-dums about it. We just need dum-dums to be able to understand what the point is. Now, obviously, you have a ton of stuff. It's not just as simple as that. But there's like, it's part of the reason we were talking before, like, with the like accessibility, like the Milo Yiannopoulos phenomenon was because, and having been on atheist YouTube in the middle of their, like, shift over, it was a lot of dudes who didn't want to change, who were doing shitty things or being shitty to people. And they were told, you're fine the way you are. You don't need to build that. And actually, it's a really good thing. It's a virtue to rest on your laurels and fight for what you believe, even if it's fucking wrong. And so, like, it's this whole machismo thing. Like, it's wild how fucking deep this goes to just, like, basic stuff, which is why I think just have, like, when you have families and stuff, like, it's important that, like, we do a good job in our communities with stuff. And I'm hoping as our generation starts taking power, because we're starting to get into our 30s, we're starting to be able to get into elections and shit. As we do that, I really am hoping for more fucking, like, even if they're suck dems, dude, just fucking good people. Even if they're not, like, they don't have to be ANCOM for me. Just good people around. I think that would be, it's hard not to get to the bare minimums of society, like, taken care of, if you're just actually trying to do a good job. It's so wild that, like, we almost had, like, the basics in like the fucking 20s. We almost got it done in the 20s. That's the way I was raised to think. Like, I grew up in an atheist household with the mentality of let people be as long as they're not harming themselves or others. My mom being in the right-wing cult. Didn't like my dad's house, free thinking ways. That's wild. Thanks for the biddies, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it's ultimately about freedom, leftism is, in my opinion, because you don't want the state telling you what the fuck to do. You want, essentially, depending on how what your ideal idea is, you're either in the space utopia communism, Star Trek, or you're in the everyone has small communities, sort of agrarian light, or I don't know. It can get very specific, but no matter if you're a rural, I guess, or a city communist, I think it's a very accessible, to steal Harvey J. K's words, tradition. I think it's a very accessible tradition for people that just like grew up hearing the propaganda of freedom, but to, like, really actually sell them freedom, because like that's freedom, right? Is like the state exists if it's got to exist, and it does for the foreseeable future, for our lives at least. If the state has to exist, then it should be existing to ensure ethical practices happen within society, not forcing us into doing stuff. It shouldn't have the power to do that, because it's just us that, like, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's just folks, guys. Like I don't think the Republicans realize that like they're actually not untouchable and stuff. And like it got a little close to their homes, and then they just got smashed in an election. I'm hoping that they're gonna go try one more time, I think, with this Trump thing. I just don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, if you're gonna have a state at all, and to some extent, even a community is like a state if it has like if it has certain passage, you'd have to. Even in the breakdown of state, there's, just hierarchies come up. You have leadership that happens because not everybody's good at stuff. Like, and you have people that are just proficient at things. So, however you divide it out, whatever language you use for whatever the commune be looking like, I don't think we even have to get into that with people. I just don't think it's important for them to understand it until they want to. Does that make sense? Because we're not there, and I think it's cool. Like, once they're in on the freedom shit and like what we got to do politically now, cool. And then if it gets bad, and it's not bad right now. I'm just saying, like, I think we all agree that we're at a tentative step. Like, if it gets to a point, then you gotta start doing some shit. But like, it. Like I was saying earlier, I'm not quite with the revolutionaries, but I'm not there, right? Like if you tell me, like I said, the house is falling down, we just got to fix this wall. Like, and we were like, okay, well, how do we fix the wall? And that answer is bad. Could start over. But it doesn't seem like it's a bad idea right now. I don't think it seems like a bad idea. I genuinely feel like we're a few policies away from laying the groundwork for our children's children to have what we think would be a good society. Because it takes time. I think we could get there, though. But we wouldn't have, like, walkable cities and shit until, far off into the future. But a lot of libs denied that the party is fascist. I think that's going mainstream, though. I mean, you saw people, again, Gretchen Whitmer wasn't my first choice in Michigan. She used words like fascist in her campaign. Like, it happened from time to time. We get the second Bill of Rights FDR was talking about before he croaked. Exactly. That's what I was mentioning. That's what I was thinking about earlier. Like, we almost got this done during FDR. Like, real commie shit. Real socialism. Genuinely socialism. We almost became that country, and it would have been fucking dope. But they had an economic boom in capitalism because they profiteered off war.